Hello, this is Wednesday's News. Thanks for joining us. In this edition, welfare awareness reaches provinces. Parliament questions games funding. And states battle set for Game 1. The National Weather Service is urging Papua New Guineans living in drought-warning areas to store and conserve drinking water safely as prolonged drought conditions intensify across several regions. NNWS is also urging communities, farmers and provincial authorities to monitor food gardens and prepare for prolonged dry soil conditions, particularly in high-risk areas. Latest monitoring from NSW shows a significant transition into higher risk level. Over 3 months, Jiwaka, Chembu, Enga and Western Highlands sustained severe dryness. Over 2 months, Gulf, NCD, Central and Manus provinces have escalated from drought watch to alert status this month. NWS confirmed that this drought is being driven by El Nino conditions already affecting the country, with climate models project forecasting below normal rainfall across most part of PNG for the upcoming June to August window. The welfare section of the Royal Papua New Guinea Constabulary's Human Resource Division has expanded its welfare awareness program to Central and Gulf provinces. The program is aimed at supporting spouses and children of police officers, as well as officers living with chronic illnesses.
This initiative follows successful awareness session held in police barracks across the National Capital District, where data revealed significant gaps in family understanding of available welfare services. This is the first of its kind for such programs to be rolled out beyond Port Moresby, which highlights the constabulary's commitment to improving the well-being of its members and their families. The welfare section says the program recognizes that strong family support plays a key role in workplace performance. By educating spouses and children of police officers, the initiative aims to help families better understand their entitlements, legal processes, and health-related challenges. Inspector Susan Rumitz, officer in charge of police welfare, says the program was introduced following reports of trouble cases involving spouses who were left unaware of their entitlements. She says one of the common issues raised when wives of deceased police officers come before to claim benefits, only to discover they were not legally registered as spouses. In some cases, multiple women have disputed final entitlements, each claiming to have children with the deceased officer. The program kicked off on Friday, May 22, 2026, starting with Moriguna Police Station in Cloudy Bay, LLG Abao District, then to Kupiano and Upilima Police Stations, then visited Kwikila. The awareness program is expected to continue at Sogeri later this week. Inspector Rumitz have expressed gratitude to the RPNGC management for supporting the initiative, saying the program is expected to give spouses a better understanding of their welfare rights and responsibilities. Tracy Parr, TVWAN News.
Prime Minister James Marape clarified in Parliament today that he has assumed the portfolio of Minister for Defence after Dr. Billy Joseph stepped aside over the PNGDF requirement saga. Marape says was responding to the questions from the leader of the opposition regarding the investigation into the alleged nepotism by Dr. Joseph in recruitment process.
Prime Minister James Marape called on the Minister for Defence portfolio as investigation continue into alleged nepotism in the PNG Defence Force recruitment process. He reminded members of the House today after being asked questions relating to the investigation.
The report will give us fully, including the composition of recruits, where they come from, the manner in which the name got into, who ended up in the bus to go to Goli. The full report will be completed. I've asked for it to be completed at the very earliest. And if it is completed at the earliest, hopefully within this month or early next month, the report will be made public to all of us here in the Parliament, as well as to the country, so that we restore credibility to PNG Defence Force, our government.
Marape urged leaders of the National Parliament not to sensationalize the situation and to respect the ongoing investigation process. He highlighted the government's commitment to transparency and accountability.
But the operation of the Defence Force is headed by the Defence Force commander himself. That's where the recruitment come under. So this investigation is started with no element of biasness or preconception. Unlike the opposite, they always preconceive something when they ask questions. We allowed for the investigation to run its course, and when the report is complete, those who have offended the procedures of recruitment in the PNG Defence Force will be dealt with accordingly.
The Prime Minister's assumption of the Defence Force portfolio reflects the seriousness of the issue and the government's determination to ensure integrity within the military recruitment process. Tracy Pa, TVWAN News.
The ongoing deferment of 8th PNG Unity Games in Southern Highlands Province and monetary investment made by the national government towards hosting the Games have been questioned in Parliament today. The questions followed another deferment of the Games to 2028. Minister for Sports and Higher Education, Research, Science and Technology, Kinoka Feo, released a statement on the 16th of May 2026, informing the public that the 8th PNG Unity Games has once again been deferred when it was supposed to be held mid this year. The decision did not sit well with host of the 9th PNG Unity Games, Wewak District in East Sepik. Member of Wewak, Stanley Samban, questioned the reasoning behind the decision as it breached the legally binding agreement between the host of the 9th PNG Games and the PNG Sports Foundation and Games Organizing Committee.
The Minister has announced a unilateral decision to strip East Sepik of its 2028 hosting rights to bail out Southern Highlands Province. My question to the Minister are, on what legal authority does the Minister or the NEC believe they can unilaterally breach a signed legal binding host contract agreement between provincial government, East Sepik provincial government, and the PNG Sports Foundation?
Minister Feo acknowledged the concern. He said this was an executive decision and that he would give a detailed response later.
The decision was taken in the cabinet room. Of course, the intent of the submission I took was a bit different. It was maintaining what we agreed to, and that's what I want to clear to the member for Wewak. But of course, with everything, all the views that were discussed in cabinet, that decision was taken. And so I met with my CEO and the team to reconcile back with the PNG Games Council, Sports Foundation. So obviously, I will be taking a paper back to cabinet to deal with this issue. So again, as PM always says.
Member for Karamui Salt Nomani Francis Alua raised supplementary questions outlining two significant points, including how much the national government has spent on preparation for the 8th PNG Unity Games and if the Southern Highlands provincial government would reimburse the money now that it's been postponed yet again.
The part of the initiation required an investigation, so we will do an investigation as to all the contracts, the totality of everything, all the funding, and be able to report to Cabinet and also to Parliament. So I will give that report in due course. Thank you.
The PNG Games, now called PNG Unity Games, was last held in Kimbe, Western Britain Province in 2017. A possible reason behind the decline in the quality of education in Papua New Guinea is the requirement of unqualified teachers. The PNG National Research Institute, in its May 2026 report, emphasized that elementary teachers need relevant academic qualifications to teach.
Early childhood care and education, or ECCE, includes both early childhood educational development and pre-primary education. In its May 2026 public policy blog, the PNG National Research Institute highlighted that early childhood teachers play an important role in laying the groundwork for a child's lifelong learning and success. Because they work with young children, usually aged 5 to 6 years in PNG context, early childhood teachers need to meet certain educational requirements, often including a diploma in early childhood care education. A study conducted in 2024 by Senior Research Fellow and Program Leader of the Universal Basic Education Research Program with PNG NRI, Dr. Kilala Devachi, and Research Fellow Peter Michael Magri shows that one of the possible reasons behind the decline in the quality of education in PNG is the selection and training of quality teachers. Currently, elementary school teachers are selected by the communities without following any strict selection criteria to become teachers. Some of these teachers are grades 10, 9, 8, 7, and 6 dropouts. As a result, students selected to progress their education at higher levels could not write and speak fluent English. To address this issue, the Education Department announced in October last year a comprehensive elementary teachers training plan for 2026 to 2029. Education Secretary Dr. Oke Kumbra acknowledged the need to build a strong early childhood learning foundation. Therefore, the conversion program aims to upskill all elementary or early grade teachers to the Diploma in Primary Teaching in Service qualification, a key requirement under the new 166 education structure. Kamela Guare, TVWAN News, Ley.
TVWAN News continues after the break. Stay with us.
For too long, banking has felt out of reach for many. But now, BSP's One-Took Wallet is here to change that. Send and receive money, pay bills, and top up. It's your money, wherever, whenever. Because at BSP, we are committed to improving how our customers connect to our One-Talks, to our family, to the ones we love. BSP's One-Took Wallet. Money made easy. Dial *131# for everyone.
When you're all in, anything can happen. Grab a Coca-Cola and enjoy the moment.
Hiya, Mama.
You wait then, but me add him special flavor.
Put in more flavor, put in more taste. Magic Kakaru, get up a big smile on face. Time for Kim chicken, a great kumutu. Sip, sip, na mumu, yes, magic on you.
Maggi, PNG and Mia. Buying PNG made.
Every growing child needs the best care to help them grow physically, socially, intellectually, and emotionally. That's why I choose Tender Care. It keeps skin clean and fresh and is hypoallergenically tested for gentle and safe protection. So my child can be protected for all of life's adventures. Tender Care.
Central Province is our home.
The tides of the Coral Sea are our heartbeat.
From the coast to the mountains,
Traditions pass generation to generation.
The sea and our gardens sustain us.
Our songs carry our legends through time.
Our home is Central Province. Our nation is Papua New Guinea.
Welcome back. We have our reporter Michael out in the community to capture the neighborhood vibe for the first State of Origin Challenge for 2026. Here is Michael with his update. To capture the neighborhood vibe for the first State of Origin Challenge for 2026. Here is Michael with his update.
Thank you, Rex. I'm coming to you live here to Wada Wada when we have an exciting class of origin in a few hours from now, where we capture the hype and the vibe of first State of Origin here at Wada Wada in Port Moresby as the atmosphere is building ahead of the kickoff. Fans in blue and maroons are out here tonight in full force, getting ready for another origin clash between the blues and the maroons. We have some organizers here who come together to prepare this arena for the origin fans to come and watch here in Wada Wada. Joanne, tell me about the preparation and how is the atmosphere tonight?
The community is so happy. This is first of its kind in the community, and we are also grateful and thank you to Justin Tachinko, our Honorable Minister, for putting the big screens out tonight. Thank you so much, and go the mighty Maroons.
Gabby, I know you're a leader here. Tell me about the fans who come together to show support here.
This pasal mi plano se looking mo sem no wara wara no this la community blom mi bla me give him big bla talk thank you go long member blom Moresby South na minister blom foreign affairs JT also mem put him this la sponsor him this la boat come long yana ma mi bla watch him first 2026 State of Origin now no wara wara na all libla looking all fence no backside here all mama through na all staff here.
Gabby, in a few hours from now, fans can watch the State of Origin Game 1 here on TVWAN Sports at 8 p.m. The pride, the passion for rugby league in the country is just amazing. And as the center state is one of the rugby league biggest event in the country. Back to you, Rex, in the studio.
Thank you, Michael, Gabby, and Joanne at Wada Wada. Enjoy the State of Origin and be safe out there. Papua New Guinea and Australia have launched a major new skills training initiative aimed at boosting employment opportunities. The Pacific Australia Skills Program, valued at $229.5 million Australian dollars, approximately 716 million kina, will support the country's skills system and improve access to quality training. It builds on the Australia Pacific Training Coalition, which has trained more than 7,700 Papua New Guineans with a stronger focus on industry demand and workforce needs. The program will deliver practical training for women, youth, people with disabilities and rural communities, reflecting the spirit of Yumi Stop One Time. The Center of Excellence in Financial Inclusion successfully completed its Young Mind Savings campaign in Madang recently, with visitations to 3 primary institutions, Sagalau, Holy Spirit and Kuzbao primary schools. The campaign was aimed at educating students to develop a savings culture at fairly young age by responsibly managing their spending.
B.L. Towili, the deputy head teacher for Kusbao Primary School, welcomed the Young Mind Savings campaign and the stakeholders at the occasion, stating its significance as a need for all children to be financially educated in order to make wise decisions as early as possible.
Your presence shows your commitment to educating our young people about financial literacy, savings, and responsible for money management. In today's world, understanding how to manage money wisely is a very important life skills, which we, the working class people and our young generation, needs to know.
Acting head of retail of Tisa Bank, Noel Kayala, urged students to use this opportunity to gather as much information as they can to guide them into saving money for future use.
Today, we are instilling something in your mind. The Young Mind campaign is for you to start picturing something, for you to dream big today. Then you go now, you get a line here, you must think savings, savings, savings. You need to start dreaming big today. Dream to become a lawyer, dream to become a doctor, dream of going and schooling overseas. Once you have those bigger dreams, it will encourage you to continue to save. If I saving money or assisting you or buying books,
Gaudi Manu from Medang's Bank of South Pacific branch was pleased to notice not only teachers, but a few parents also turned up at the event to gain more insight and have access to various banking institutions at the campaign.
So I'm encouraging every one of us, from the teachers to the students, from the staffs here, and also our parents who are standing by. Thank you. Welcome you all to Ipakam can Harimol one something or products lo here. Thank you, Lord parents. You too much using this product. It's not for the entity or bank tasola. It's for every one of us this morning.
In 2023, the Medang provincial government signed a memorandum of understanding with the Bank of Papua New Guinea and CEFI, which will enable such programs to be rolled out in the province. Since then, the commerce sector of the province has been actively involved with CEFI initiatives such as the financial literacy training to boost local small to medium enterprises within the country.
Implementation at the provincial level, it is a challenge for us all, the teachers, students, all Papa, Mama, parents, and the financial institutions in Medang, to fully embrace this initiative. It will take time, but surely will be there for good of our future generations, the children who are here present today and going forward.
The lead team comprised of VPNG, CEFI, and Securities Commission staff from Port Moresby and Lae. Jasmine Rojak, TV1 News.
All public servants in Morobe's Wawaria will be able to contribute to the new district's growth after the completion of the monitoring, evaluation and learning training course. District Finance Manager Gabuli Morama expressed her delight at the newfound technical skills that will ensure the district officers properly track progress and financial compliance.
With the aim of improving service delivery and enforcing accountability at the sub-national level, Wawaria District in Morobe Province partnered with the Australian government for the monitoring, evaluation and learning training course.
It involves everyone, so all of us will have our part to play in there. And I think this one will suit our district, like we did the stakeholders who made a decision over the money. Then I thought it was only for the projects and program, but while sitting for this workshop, I saw that it prodded my mindset how I can improve with our reporting, financial reporting.
We've never realized the importance of reporting, data collection, evaluation and monitoring, and this training came in very handy. So we have also learned some things about when we put our goals and targets together, we just place them. We don't really look at the indicators of what's there and why are we putting all those targets and goals and who are the people that we really wanted to reach during our planning. So during this training, it really helped us to identify our indicators, how to do monitoring, how we can assess ourselves, track ourselves along the training, and also how we can collect data and enter them online.
Trainees were also trained on basic coding to help them come up with online surveys and how to collate the data into graphs and report writing. The recent training was delivered through the PNG Australia Partnership Building Community Engagement in Papua New Guinea program. Kamela Guare, TVWAN News, Lae.
30 students have graduated from the Kundiawa Community Health Worker Training School in Chimbu Province, marking its 11th graduation ceremony. The group is the first to complete the new revised curriculum.
The school was established in 2023 under the leadership of Chimbu Governor Noah Cool. This year's graduates are the first to complete the revised curriculum introduced in 2024. The training school operates in partnership with Chats Health Services, Kuneva General Hospital and Jiwaka General Hospital. Despite challenges including limited staff, housing, classrooms and dining facilities, students and staff work together to successfully complete the program. Governor Cool says he remains committed to improving education and health services, with further developments planned for the province. The graduates are expected to serve in their communities and help strengthen healthcare delivery across Chimbu Province. Michael Tamtipais, TVWAN News.
And now the finance news. The Kina closed lower at $0.2293 in the interbank market. At Bank South Pacific, our Kina was buying $0.2218, $0.3057 Australian dollars, 0.1826 euro, and 35.8 Japanese yen. Looking at commodity prices at New York close, all closed higher, except gold and crude oil, which closed the day lower. And on the stock market, the Dow Jones closed lower, ASX closed higher, and all ordinaries closed higher as well. You're watching TV1 News. We'll have the day's other stories when we come back. Stay with us.
Banking doesn't have to be complicated. With PSB's One Talk Wallet, control your money wherever, whenever. Dial *131#, enter your PIN, select cash in or out, and generate a secure code to withdraw cash. It's the only wallet for cardless ATM withdrawals. Send and receive funds, pay for goods and bills, or withdraw cash with ease. All with BSB's One Talk Wallet. BSB's One Talk Wallet. Money made easy. Dial *131# today.
And take me out my mind.
When you're all in, anything can happen. Grab a Coca-Cola and enjoy the moment.
The PNG LNG project has now generated more than 30 billion kina for Papua New Guinea since production commenced. Nearly half of this amount has been paid as tax. Equity distributions are paid to KPHL and MRDC based on the interest they hold. Tax is paid to the IRC, while development levies and royalties are paid to DPE.
Kids in Papua New Guinea love to smile and spread joy. And when they smile, it lights up our world. Come on, Mom, it's you first. Do the 1, 2, 3. Wake up. Brush your teeth. Smile. Let's spread some smiles in PNG with Colgate.
Sabe tu Olsem condom and one way where you can abrusim seek HIV, STI na unplanned pregnancy? Tingim, use condom long right way. Stop safe na look out him you yet. Use condom all get a time. Suppose you know save long HIV status long partner blog you or suppose you got plenty partner. Use condom good all get a time. Long haborusim seek HIV, STI na unplanned pregnancies. Use condom banisim you yet na future blog you. This platok save ikam long National AIDS Council Secretariat.
You
have to meet my best friend. She's the sweetest. Hey, check out my hair.
Which one? The one on your head or the one in the sink? Relax. Next time, just use the Mega Growth Anti-Damage Relaxer. It's infused with wonder oils and conditioning proteins for visibly less hair breakage after retouching. Now your hair looks great.
Thank you.
Mega Growth Anti-Damage No Light Cream Relaxer for visibly less hair breakage after retouching.
Are you ready to get accelerated up? Freeway Motors got the hottest coffee tray Land Cruiser you've been searching for. Fully kitted diesel engine Toyota Land Cruiser Dual Cab. Adjustable steer, AM, FM, and Bluetooth for your entertainment and more. It's now or never. Hurry! Come into our 4-mile branch to inspect this beauty and get blown away and live with a powerful, stylish, open-back Land Cruiser and drive in style.
Thanks for staying with us. For the first time in 7 years, several young men who had been in hiding for fear they'd be killed by enemies have come out from hiding. What they say is a very different world to what they last saw. They were confined to their little village huts in Ward 5 of Transgogol LLG, afraid to move around because they had participated in the tribal fighting in the area, which led to the deaths of many. The group of men were taken on a trip to Madang town by LLG President Maurice Ban on Monday. During the trip, they visited some of their male relatives who are now serving time at the Beyond Correctional Institution.
A group of young men who had been in hiding for fear of being killed made a significant trip to Madang town after 7 years of living in fear of their enemies. They were boys at the time when the unrest in Transgogol began in 2019. Then boys, they were forced into taking up arms and kill their enemies. They still live in fear but are no longer in hiding. While local level government president Maurice Ban is working with Madang police on a mass reconciliation program, the amnesty period has allowed these young men and many others involved in the fighting and killing to move about freely. When he arrived in Madang town, young Blackie Japheth felt differently. He said they were still prisoners in their own ward councils and villages. They could be attacked any time.
We live in Lusim town, we plan around Kamlo town, making more seven town to Naraplana. 2026, and we come go down round the town, looking more. Some gold building nuklan pra Leon hardware panu em nukla store. We plan of Yahoo. We plan of in Sawa long, we plan of in looking long, we plan looking. Roundabout to some low and mart and fine. On nukla something after how many years? 7 years.
So it can change,
Madang change. We plus stop inside for this situation. And problem zone or cutting sword. And now we are ready for what we can say the profiling one come out less clear.
The 7 visited male relatives at Beyond Jail. Correctional Services Officer Hila Gisaidu emphasized that more awareness needs to reach all ward councils for lasting peace. He said the Transgogol youth witnessed and participated in killings done in cold blood. Thus, hatred for the enemy lingers.
They were broke time to cuttings. So last time we fight with the policeman. And this la to so we fight with the policeman. Okay, me start kissing you go no place now some president going to start work. And then send something team blown. Mangi youth no place so nigga big la. Plan the awareness must come out. Sensing mindset on youth.
The group met with Beyond Jail Commander Jackson Gubag. He encouraged the local level government president to continue his work towards reconciliation and rehabilitation for the Transgogol youth. He hoped their visit to Beyond is awareness in itself after hearing stories and experiences from detainees. Other initiatives include support fundraising drives for Mawan Primary School and Transgogol Secondary to empower youths in community-led activities and restore confidence in society.
Over the Mangila Ward 5 or Mangila Ward 8, Ward 7, want to also knife mania. But wheelbarrow give all now. But put him wheelbarrow, knife blow until wheelbarrow. Put him wheelbarrow, knife to push it, what somebody contribution come, knife give the police. You blow a money and blow wisdom.
You walk him on same. You walk him now, I want to move, or by looking future generation, bro, how back come. Or is it
now we can't looking bunnies here.
Susan Oriape, TVWAN News.
Marinville Secondary celebrates its 60th Diamond Jubilee this week. Former student Sister Geraldine Arua shared her journey when she first joined Marinville High School in 1984 and how the institution shaped and molded her as a young woman who went on to walk the religious path with the Our Lady of the Sacred Heart Order.
Another big thing.
Sister Geraldine Arua was born among 4 brothers. She had no sisters. She said as a young girl, she often wished for a sister and admired the Bridgerton sisters during her primary school years. After enrolling at Marinville High School in 1984, her desire to join the Daughters of Our Lady of the Sacred Heart became stronger.
It's a family spirit, because actually I grew up with boys in my family. I didn't have any girls. So with mom and dad, I need a girl. They said, well, we cannot. So I said, I really need a girl. But it didn't happen. So when I came here, being with the girls, that gave me more strength among the girls. And then, with that spirit, that love we had, the friendship, and then working together to do things, not just individual working, but as a team working together.
Sister Geraldine completed grade 10 in 1987 and was offered a place at Sogeri National High School for further studies. However, she chose to begin her journey into religious life and entered the Olsh Convent at Boroko for her postulancy and became a novitiate, the period where she learns about the religious life in this order and prepares to be a religious sister. She became a daughter of the Olsh Order in 1991. Sister Geraldine spoke fondly of the hardworking students in the early years of Marinville High School. She said the class of 1987 worked alongside the Australian Defence Force to help build a multi-purpose school hall.
And, to look back and say, yes, we did that. To carry the stones and actually the Australian Defence, they were surprised to see us doing that. And here we were. We had to come out because Sister Shirley Gallagher was the one. All the time she's in the garden working. And then when it comes after class to come out, we said, oh yes, Shirley's girls. So we'll be all here working. But, it just gave that the pride that you did something and you left it for the future. Not to be, to hold back and to say, oh, I did it and you grudge. But no, it's the pride. What we did, and maybe it's a reward for the future that they can see and said, oh yes, this is the hand of those. So the 60s and 70s, 80s, 90s.
Sister Geraldine recently moved on from her role as the health manager for the Catholic Archdiocese of Port Moresby and now works as the bursar for Our Lady of the Sacred Heart Administration. She looks forward to reuniting with old friends and former classmates during the 3-day celebration of Marinville Secondary School's 60th anniversary this weekend. Jasmine Rujak, TVWAN News.
And as is her mission to share the love of Jesus through education, health and social work, Sister Geraldine is encouraging more young women to heed God's calling and show His love wherever they may be in life.
In here, it's an opportunity and not to take it for granted. So when we get here, to make use of it, and we call it Mary's Village. So make it as your own religion and you go out with that blossom in a way, the love from the heart of Jesus we take out with us. In anything we do, it's to show God's love and Mother Mary's love in what we do. So we may feel down and all that, but knowing that Mother Mary, as we call her, Our Lady of the Sacred Heart, just woman, hope of the hopeless. So she's always there.
Turning overseas, with the AI boom in full swing, tens of millions of dollars are flowing in from big tech companies to build data centers. Across Australia, there's a surge of proposals to build these power-hungry centers. New analysis commissioned by Greenpeace is founding the alarm about the size and speed of the energy demands of this AI boom and whether it could delay the country's transition to renewables.
It is a really, really big number of energy that is expected to consume in this report. This Greenpeace report actually pulls from pretty official government data about their projections about how much new energy will be needed over the next 15 years to power the data centres. Data centres, of course, have been around for quite a long time. You know, we've used them for many tech services, but this recent generative AI boom, which has been kicked off by ChatGPT at the end of 2022, is a lot more energy demanding. And so as a result, to power these products that are being used by tens of millions of Australians, we're seeing this demand for data centres to service that processing and computing power. So the projection is in the kind of highest growth scenario, according to this data, is 13% of Australia's total energy consumption by 2040 could be just going to data centres. For context, that is about 2% now, or at least in 2024-25, so a massive increase. And what's more, the fact that it is a large amount, it's also really come out of nowhere. We saw projections change in just 1 year to increase 6 times. So really, you know, for energy grids and the providers who work on quite long, time frames, this is an immediate stress to them now, and they really have to figure out about how to handle this new demand. This analysis was pulled together by Greenpeace, but it was off the very official data from the energy market operator. And what Greenpeace added was it was saying, hey, we're putting this together, and we can actually point out that the new electricity.
After a 5-week journey, the National Walk for Truth has ended at Parliament House in Canberra. Hundreds of people joined the walk in support of a national truth-telling inquiry, travelling more than 800 kilometres from Melbourne to Canberra.
The National Walk for Truth has officially concluded here on the steps of Parliament House. We've just heard a rousing final speech from Travis Lovett, the man who has led this walk over the last 39 days and more than 900 kilometres from the steps of Parliament House in Melbourne here to the steps of Parliament House in Canberra. He's just also had the Prime Minister come out to speak to him and receive the message stick and open letter burned into a kangaroo skin that he's carried as part of this long journey. Travis is saying that this message has come far and wide from the community ground up, and he's just delivering it here at Parliament.
At a time when unity is becoming rarer and rarer, when powerful forces ask us to retreat into suspicion and call that safety, truth-telling offers us another path. It offers Australia the chance to turn a page, not by forgetting what has happened, but by finally having the courage to know it together.
The Prime Minister, Anthony Albanese, made a few short remarks while standing out the front here at Parliament House. He said that the business of reconciliation is unfinished and that he plans to continue engaging and dialoguing with people such as Travis Lovett and other truth-telling campaigners. But this journey has still got a long way to go.
And that ends the news segment. Sports is next. Don't go away.
Dad's gonna be home soon. Dinner's not ready. He's gonna be mad. Mom's trying her best. If it's not ready, oh no.
of my old man. If he can change, anyone can.
From our homes, where every morning starts with a taste we all love. A taste that holds memories and shared stories. A taste that can bring friends together. Made with care and loved in every corner of PNG. Inspired by our champions and rooted by our family values. Snacks, so crunchy and tasty, it's irresistible.
Show the dishes who's boss. Fight mess with Axion, the tough grease stripper. 100% effective at doing the dirty work. The triple active power breaks down tough grease, and its antibacterial formula leaves dishes squeaky clean. Get tough on grease. Get Axion.
Use Savetu Wholesome Condom and Wambla way where you can abrusim seek HIV, STI na unplanned pregnancy. Tingim, use him condom long right way. Stop safe na look out him you yet. Use him condom all get a time. Suppose you know save long HIV status long partner blog you, or suppose you got plenty partner. Use him condom good all get a time. Long haborusim seek HIV, STI na unplanned pregnancies. Use him condom banisim you yet na future blong you. This platok save ikam long National AIDS Council Secretariat.
The PNG LNG project has now generated more than 30 billion kina for Papua New Guinea since production commenced. Nearly half of this amount has been paid as tax. Equity distributions are paid to KPHL and MRDC based on the interest they hold. Tax is paid to the IRC, while development levies and royalties are paid to DPE.
Ready for the world, so is your TISA Visa card. Visa keeps you moving wherever you go, Papua New Guinea or abroad. Seamlessly pay for travel, dining, online shopping. Easily access your funds and instantly track your expenses. Every tap comes with security, trust, and peace of mind. Unlock the world of possibilities. And it all starts with the new TISA Visa card.
We have a whole new season.
Can you believe it?
You're good to go. Hold it,
Hot Rod Garage. Tonight, 9:30 on Turbo.
In sports, Rugby League's fierce rivalry reignites tonight as New South Wales Blues and Queensland Maroons clash in Game 1 of the 2026 Men's State of Origin Series in Sydney. You can watch all the live actions only on Digicel TVWAN Sports with kickoff at 8 p.m.
The 2026 State of Origin Series will be the 45th annual best of 3 series between New South Wales and Queensland men's rugby league teams. Before this series, Queensland had won 25 times and New South Wales 17 times, with 2 series drawn. The first game is to be hosted at Accor Stadium tonight, Wednesday, 27 May. With pride, passion and state supremacy on the line, the opening battle at the Stadium Australia is expected to deliver another brutal chapter in one of sport's greatest rivalries. Queensland entered the series as defending champions after their memorable 2025 triumph, where the Maroons stunned the Blues with a 24-12 victory in the decider on New South Wales soil to reclaim the shield. The Maroons have also dominated recent encounters in enemy territory, including a crushing 38-10 victory in Game 1 of the 2024 series at the same venue. Now, New South Wales will be desperate to respond in front of a packed crowd and begin their campaign with a statement victory, while Queensland look to continue their remarkable record away from home. Meanwhile, New South Wales Blues have been dealt a major blow ahead of Game 1, with Mitch Moses ruled out on the eve of the clash due to a hamstring injury. Ethan Strains has been promoted from the bench to partner Nathan Cleary in the halves. With Canterbury Bulldogs utility, Matt Burton has been called into the squad and added to the exchange bench. Terry Longwood, TV1 Sports.
The New South Wales Blues and Queensland Maroons are putting the finishing touches on their preparations ahead of Game 1 of State of Origin in Sydney.
It's one of the greatest sporting rivalries in Australia, mate versus mate, the pride, the identity, and it all kicks off later tonight right here at Stadium Australia. A late change-up yesterday from Blues coach Laurie Daly confirming star 5'8" Mitch Moses had been ruled out for Game 1 due to a hamstring injury. Instead, debutant Ethan Strange received the call-up and will be taking the field a little bit later today, paired up with New South Wales halfback Nathan Cleary, who's also looking to cement in his Origin legacy as playmaker. Now, Daly has named an interesting forward pack with just one traditional prop on his six-man bench. It's a risk that the coaching team hopes will pay off tonight.
Laurie, through a really thorough review process, has been able to get the lessons out of last year and move forward. We know who we represent. There's 9 million New South Welshmen. There'll be 80,000 of them here tonight, and we need all the support we can get. So, yeah, please grab an umbrella. As I said, duck off to the $2 shop, get a poncho and come out and support us.
In the Queensland camp, the Maroons landed here in Sydney after spending the last week on the Sunshine Coast. The team have enjoyed recent successes on enemy turf right here, having won the previous 2 State of Origin matches at the same stadium, including the 38-10 win for Game 1 back in 2024, as well as the decider last year. Maroons coach Billy Slater last week named a fairly fresh-faced squad with 6 debutants, including halfback Sam Walker. Assistant coach Matt Ballin says the 23-year-old is certainly up for the challenge.
Yeah, Sammy's been great. He's come into camp from day one and really been outspoken in regards to what he thinks, his strengths, and the other boys have really enabled that as well. So during all our sessions, they've really connected well in our spine and he's just fitted straight into the team.
The other major factor for tonight will be heavy rain that's on the cards. The question is whether or not it will be a washout for the Blues or a downpour of tears for the Maroons. Either way, it all kicks off at 8:05 tonight.
The 2026 Oceania Championships in Athletics concluded in Darwin on Saturday, bringing to a close 6 days of competition, which saw 2 national records broken, a host of personal best performances, and a very positive experience overall for the team.
Team PNG did remarkably well competing against top athletes from Australia and New Zealand. Leading the way were Lagona Gereka, who broke the national record for the 10th time in his javelin career by a significant distance of 3.35 meters, and the men's 4x100-meter relay team of Pies Whistle, Timothy Tuna, Leroy Kamau, and Daniel Bowell, who further improved on the national record they set in Palau last year. Athletics PNG President Tony Green stated attending the championships was never about medals. Green said, due to the significant cost involved with the falling value of the PNG kina, increasing the cost of visas, travel, accommodation, meals, the team was much smaller than the team which attended the 2024 championships. With Australia and New Zealand sending a strong team, Athletics PNG selected athletes who could compete and benefit from the competition. Some of the female members of the national squad are not eligible for the under-20 or under-18 division or ready to compete at this level, so a more appropriate competition is being targeted for them next month. Apart from Gereka and the men's relay team, there were many other performances from the team to be proud of, including a superb 800-meter run by the fearless Jude Tice Robinson, who competed really well with more experienced Australian athletes and was rewarded with a massive personal best of 1 minute 50.26 seconds. Young sprinter Epsiba Romulus made a big breakthrough in the 100-meter, and veteran Robert Orr competed well in a quality field and posted a significant best time of 14.40 seconds in the 110 hurdles. Daniel Bowell once again rose to the occasion, as he always does, posting an excellent time of 47.82 seconds in what was by far the highest quality in men's 400-meter race ever seen in the Oceania Championships, with the first 4 runners breaking the previous championship record. Considering that was Daniel's first real race of the season, it was a great effort, said Tony Green. Newcomer and Brisbane-based 17-year-old sprinter Ethan Osimba also made his mark on the championships with a personal best of 10.99 seconds in the 100-meter, which earned him a bronze medal competing against older athletes in the under-20 division. Several members of the squad preparing for the Commonwealth Games will have another good competition at the Philippine Open at Clark City from June 10 to 14. Terry Longwood, TV1 Sports.
Now the weather forecast. In regional forecast, southern Port Moresby, Alotau and Popondetta, partly cloudy. Daru, cloudy periods with few showers. Momase, Lay, partly cloudy with few showers tonight. Wewak and Vanimo, cloudy periods with occasional showers and thunderstorms. New Guinea Islands, Lorengau, Kavieng, Kokopo and Rabaul, cloudy periods with occasional showers tonight. Buka, cloudy periods with few showers tonight. And Highlands region, all centers, cloudy periods with possible afternoon-evening rain showers and thunderstorms. Ocean forecast for PNG areas for the next 24 hours. Coral Sea, sea slight with southeast winds of 10 to 15 knots. Solomon Sea, sea slight to moderate with southeast winds of 10 to 20 knots. Bismarck Sea, seas moderate with east to southeast winds of 15 to 20 knots. Pacific Ocean, sea smooth to slight with easterly winds of 5 to 15 knots. And coastal waters forecast, waters of southern PNG Indonesian border to Daru to Kioi Island, Kerma, Yule Island to Hood Point to Samurai Island, to Cape Vogel and Old Mill Bay Islands, seas 0.5 to 1.3 meters. Waters of Finsafen through Vitia Strait to CRC Long Island, to Madang, Wewak, Vanimo and northern PNG Indonesian border, seas 1.5 to 2 meters. And that wraps up another edition of TV1 News. Thanks for your company. Good night.
The TV1 News was proudly brought to you by